Welcome, my name is Nelisa, and this is Mindful with Purpose channel. Today, I want us to talk about something that I am certain we all can relate to: failure. Have you ever really felt like you have failed? And no matter what you have been trying to do, no matter what the effort that you have been putting into what you wanted to succeed at, it has just been futile, and you then decided to ascribe that fear to who you are. Have you ever fallen into that trap? Because I'll tell you something, I have. There were moments where I felt like I have failed. Starting with YouTube, for instance, it's a joke. I think I posted my first YouTube video about 10 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm this one person who just likes to start things and do things because I just want to prove to myself that I can. And at that time or at that point, it wasn't that serious. I was just, posting a video, like, who cares? Then time went by, and I also figured out what other people were using YouTube for. And by that time, I think it must have been like 6 years ago. So I tried again, posted videos. At that time, I was still big on, well, I still am, but you know what I mean? I posted videos on natural hair care. I was a big natural hair care enthusiast, and I wanted to share this knowledge, and I did. But I did not know much about, what is supposed to happen. I just put videos there, and then I stopped. And then fast forward about 3 years ago, at this point, it was pretty much clear to me what other people were using YouTube for and what I intended to use YouTube for. But Sis had no clue. Sis had no clue. And besides, Sis was in some other, vibe. So I was really not in the right frame of mind, per se, to, put things together and follow my ultimate goal of sharing the knowledge and, interacting with people on YouTube. So basically, that's just one aspect of where I feel like I failed. I don't know how many times I attempted to get a website, for instance, for, you know, for the things that I want to share. I'm a good writer. I'd like to think so. So I really had this passion for blogging using words, written word. And it fell flat, like flat, So I mean, when I say have you ever failed, I mean, like, have you ever failed and fell flat? Like I'm telling you right now, I fell flat on my face. And the point I want us to get to, rather, is when that happens, what is it that you are telling yourself in your mind? Are you telling yourself that you, as in you, are a failure? That you are no good? That you are not good enough for what you want to do? And then you look around and you see people doing it and they're succeeding, and you feel like you don't have what it takes because other people are succeeding at it, but you're not. Have you ever felt like that? Really? And that is the point. That is the point that I want us to address. That it really doesn't matter if you fail, first of all, you should congratulate yourself for having started, right? And we really need to call out things for what they are. You're not a failure. You probably may have procrastinated here and there, but then again, you can't call it procrastination if you really don't have the knowledge of what to do. Like as in my case, I didn't have the knowledge. I also had to realize that I didn't do enough to seek out the knowledge, and I didn't do enough to then sit down and practice with the knowledge that I have sought out and have been empowered with. So you see, it's step by step. The moment you unravel this whole big pie and you start looking at it in terms of sections, okay, this section of the pie is totally me not showing up. This section of the pie is totally procrastination. The section of the pie is me not knowing what to do. The section of the pie is me having goals that are pie in the sky. I probably shot beyond my capabilities, and what can I do? How do I reverse back and start afresh and make sure that my input is in line with the output that I am seeking, right? And when you do that, it is very important that you do not limit yourself as to how far you want to reach. If you have goals that are outrageous, that, you know, in your mind and in your understanding, they seem outrageous, or you've convinced yourself that this is outrageous, yet you see other people doing it, then ask yourself, how is it outrageous for you and not outrageous for other people? So if somebody else is doing it, it means there's a way to do it. Find a way and then do it. Then it brings me to the question again. Have you ever failed? And have you ever ascribed that failure to yourself as a person? And I'm here to tell you, stop it. I'm here to stop you in your tracks. Stop it right now. Stop it! All right. Never mind that. But I hope I shook you a little bit for you to understand that sometimes failure is that window through which we can look through. Failure is a mirror that can give us a reflection back and show us our true colors. You see, if I look into the mirror and I looked into the image that is presented in the mirror, I would ask myself, what color is my shirt? And I'll see all the colors that, you know, as you can see how colorful my shirt is, my golf shirt. And I'm going to see all of them. Had it not been for the mirror, I wouldn't have a reflection of how I look, me, wearing the shirt, which is a difference between me seeing the shirt at the shop and deciding that I love it, and then me actually wearing the shirt and how it actually complements, or maybe not, you know, how I look like. So it is the thing that I want us to focus on, that instead of just making a universal, a big proclamation on you, or on the fact that whatever you've been trying has not succeeded, and you proclaim that as failure by you, or a reflection of how you have failed, How about maybe you look at it differently? Yes, you have to have that self introspection, and you have to be honest about how you have contributed to that thing not happening. But that honest introspection has got to be for the purpose of putting more effort, trying again, coming back harder, and making sure that you now put the action steps in place of how you are actually going to get there. So, have you ever failed? Yes or no? Have you ever ascribed the fear to you as a person? Probably yes. It's only human. But I'm here to remind you that failure is not such a bad thing if you think about it. It is there as a mirror, as a reflection of showing you how things actually are. And it is therefore from that step that you can bounce back and learn how to actually retrace your steps and regain momentum and do what you actually set out to do. And that's it for today. I hope you took something out of it. Until we meet again, so it's goodbye from me.